I think Ogilvie is one of those players that can look between sort of 20 and 50, can't he?
It could be anything, couldn't it? We do not know about Ogilvie. I think he's about 27-ish, I think.
Yeah. And you've got to think, don't forget with Ogilvie, he's also got the other job that he does, which is the drummer in Biffy Clyro. So
here we go, and welcome to Eat My Goal with me, Mike, and him, Dan. Straight in, off the bat, straight in there. We're coming to you on deadline day. Do you always get excited about deadline day, Dan?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, love it.
A lot of people get really excited about it, don't they?
Yeah, but nothing's happened in the last 20 years, has it, on deadline day? It's not
nothing particular, not on a January deadline day, is it?
Because nothing's a shock anymore either, is it? It's not like, oh, so-and-so's gone to so-and-so at the last minute, and you're like, wow, that's a crazy thing. It's it's because we know about them all.
Well, it is an exciting deadline day, despite what you've just said. It is exciting, I think. I think certainly for Portsmouth. Well, apparently. We'll catch up with that later. But this is Eat My Goal. This is the lighter-side look at football. Today we're going to have a look at our team, which is Portsmouth. Portsmouth Football Club. We'll review their latest game. We'll look forward to their game at the weekend, but we'll also discuss the ins and outs of this said transfer window. Before we get into that, if you like our content, why not like and subscribe? Why not subscribe? Somewhere down here, you'll be able to like and subscribe. Hit the button, get a little alarm every time we post a new one. We are getting more followers and more people are watching. And it says, welcome to Portsmouth Football Club, Portsmouth FC.
I'm pointing to the like and subscribe thing on your...
Oh, yeah, I know you are. I knew that's what you're doing. I didn't get confused with that at all for a second. Didn't get confused at all. If you are new... If you are new to Eat My Goal, well, where have you been? This is episode 26. You have missed out on such mirth and merriment, but we'll get on to some more of that. So last week's one was very positive, Dan, wasn't it? It was 2 wins back-to-back. We recorded immediately after the last 2-0 victory. We've now come back down to earth of the John Mousihno era with a thumping 2-1 defeat that you're going to tell us all about. Hopefully, because I didn't watch the game.
No, you didn't, did you? No.
So I was far too busy and being entertained. I was going to say entertaining, but being entertained. So how was the game?
Well, it was a different form of entertainment.
Was it?
It was, yeah. Well, Mike. It was just...
if you could sum it up with a noise, would be the noise?
A noise would be... that or that one,
again.
I think the biggest compliment I can give the boys, the Pompey boys, is that they managed to reach that level of quality that they've had so often this season. It was that high. It was just
straight from the off. Was it straight from the off?
Straight from the off. Yeah, I think nothing really happened. Again, it was one of those games. So he played the 4-3-3 again, with Thompson in for Morel and Scarlett in for Curtis.
Oh yeah, that was an interesting one. How was Scarlett on the left? Was it more of a narrow left? He was Curtis. He was Scarlett, like, was he?
Yeah, didn't do anything. It was just one of those games where I thought Peterborough were okay. They just the same things as always. They wanted it more. They had that little bit of extra quality. They had danger men up top, and just didn't really create anything. I think positives were that Macy had another good game. He looked solid again, and Towler played. Yeah. I thought Towler was very good. He did look good on the ball. He looked calm. Didn't make any mistakes.
Is he starting to look like a ball-playing defender?
I mean, we sort of took the piss last week, but I specifically kept my eye on him more than any other player, and he was quite solid, which was good to see. But yeah, it was just, and I think, what was it? It was 2-0, and then we had the goal disallowed with 15 minutes to go. I don't know.
Yeah, what was your thoughts on that?
Oh, I watched it again just before I came on here, and it's just a lie, Mike. That's what pisses me off. It's the bullshit, because the linesman hasn't given it. Because what's happened is, apparently, from what I've been reading, Scarlett, the fourth official, has told Mousihno that it was Scarlett that was in an offside position.
Oh, okay. So, I thought it was the player in the middle who went down who was in the offside position.
I think that was Scarlett.
Was it? Oh, okay.
I think because I think Scarlett was in an offside position because he hindered the defender and they both fell over. I don't know whether it was a foul.
Okay.
After that had finished, then Hackett scored the goal. Yeah. But then their keeper was the only one that just came out screaming, and I think he was screaming for a foul, because I don't think he could have seen that it was offside, because it was that tight. And then the referee just sort of went, "No, it's a goal." And then he went, "Oh, I'll go and have a chat with the linesman," who hasn't got his flag up at all and has walked back. And then he went and had a chat with the linesman, and they just went, "Oh, what do you want to do then?" And he went, "Oh, should we just fucking say it's I don't know, should we just disallow it?" Yeah, okay, offside. We've decided that it's now, but he was now interfering with play. I mean, if that was the case, if he was offside, which he might well have been, but it was very tight, and he's hindered the defender, then yes, I suppose the goal should be disallowed. It's just the fact that the linesman hasn't put his flag up. So what's been said to you? Why has the referee come over and gone, the referee's gone, "Oh yeah, but this has happened." "Oh yeah, okay, yes, okay, then you can see along the line better than me, so I'll take your word for it." Because the Peterborough commentators who I was listening to, they were saying that, "Oh yeah, the referee's in a much better position than the linesman there." Well, he's not, because he's not looking along the line. So it was just a real shitty. And this was what's his name, Bobby
Madley.
Bobby Madley, who's
former
Premier League.
Prem,
and he was poor as well. And I just thought, is this what happens to he's gone to League One, and he suddenly acts like a League One ref.
This is the reason why he's a former. He's a former, I think he got suspended for a while, didn't he? He wasn't allowed to do it for a couple of years.
Yeah,
or 2 or 3 years.
I can't remember what was that for? Was it just for shit decisions or something, wasn't it? Or
I think it was, I don't know.
Was it?
No, I don't
know. He was just poor. The penalty
I'll backtrack on that. I'll cut that out.
Cut that out. The penalty that he gave, I watched that again, and even that one was, Swanson went for the first one, won it, and went for the second one. I think he did catch the fella. It was right on the line. But if you watch the referee again, it's that 1 or 2 seconds, and now I've made the decision. It's like, well, if you're why are you waiting 2 seconds? Because you're obviously getting shouted at by somebody, and you're not giving it straight away for the foul. So what, if it's a foul and you're a referee, you're like, yep, foul, penalty straight away, don't you? What's there to think about?
Yeah. Well,
I don't understand.
I'm going to play a bit of devil's advocate here. I think if you are the referee, I think you do need to kind of make it clear in your mind. Because obviously, if you are going to give a penalty and it's right on the line, I suppose you've got to think to yourself, was that right on the line? Or did I imagine it? Or I don't know. But I've watched that a couple of times, and to be fair, from the same angle both times, it's not clear. The referee's obviously in a much better position, isn't he, than what we would have been. But it seemed a little harsh, but there didn't seem to be a lot of complaints either. So
no, that's
maybe
exactly
it was the right decision.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought. There weren't many complaints, so it possibly was. And if it's given against you, you can't complain too much. But it was a poor first half, and they only started playing when the disallowed goal.
Oh, really?
Went in, and they did all right for the last 10, 15 minutes, managed to get a goal back, but it was just another.
It's disappointing, isn't it? It's disappointing whereby we couldn't build on what we had. Obviously, Peterborough, one of the teams who are only just above us, and we could have clawed back. I think we would have only been a point behind them.
Yeah.
Or at least got something out of it. We need to be aiming to get something out of those games. We've got to stop the rot, as it were. I watched a thing the other day, and someone said, "Well, we've got 6 points out of the last 3 games. Do you take that?" And it's like, yeah, you would. But the 6 points that we got were against Exeter, where we were poor first half. Let's be honest, we were poor first half, good second half, or better second half, and we were good against Fleetwood, who were poor. So, that's kind of, you'd expect 6 points there. So that's a given, really. So what in the first game that really matters, we've been poor.
And the first game we've come up against any team that's
decent.
Decent bit of quality.
Their centre forward does look decent, and Clark Harris looks very, very good.
JCH.
Say again.
JCH. That's what he's referred to.
Constantly on the circuit?
JCH. Not once called him his proper name, JCH. And I thought, why do you have to do that? Because his name's Johnson Clark Harris, but that's what Johnson Clark Harris. Was that 4 syllables? 5 syllables? Johnson Clark Harris. Well, we didn't used to call. I don't know who's got a long name. Robert Prozinecki.
Dejan
we didn't used to call him up. Yeah, we didn't used to call him DS, did we?
Yes, yeah. Or RP.
Yeah. He was lively. Yeah. It was just shy.
What about changes? Obviously, Hackett came on. Who else came on for us?
Hackett came on. Who did come on? Excuse me. Do
you think the reason why I'm asking this is do you think, because obviously we looked decent, Morrell then went off, Morrell I thought had played well in the last couple of games, and Curtis looked okay I thought against Fleetwood. Do you think there's a lack of squad depth really beginning to show now? I know what you're saying about lack of, our midfield injuries were really letting us down, but is it now just actually we don't have a very good first outside of the first 11, 12, maybe 13 players, we don't really have a lot of depth?
I think so. And I think when you looked at that first couple of, I'm just seeing who were the subs. I'm sure he brought on a couple of academy.
Oh, really?
Fellas.
Oh, yeah. Hewitt White got a game, didn't he? In the last few minutes.
Very long. Last 5 minutes. I mean, I was going to say Jacobs, but Jacobs came on, didn't he? Jacobs for Dale. Oh, and Piggott got the last 5 minutes as well.
Do they refer to Hewitt White as JHW?
HJW.
HJW, sorry.
Yeah.
HJW.
No.
No.
What were you saying before that? What was the question again, my lord?
Who the subs and do we lack depth?
We definitely lack. Yeah. Well, I remember when we saw when we were I know you keep banging on about the Plymouth game at home, but it was our last. still.
It was a turning point of the season.
Our last good performance. We were saying that day about what good squad we had, and how we did have players that could come in and do a job. I think particularly in that midfield area, we were talking about Pack and Lowry, and Dale had just come in, and Scarlett and Bishop and Piggott, and we were saying, this is great that we've got all these players. We've now got competition for places. They all look really good. And yet we haven't lost anyone, have we? We haven't.
No, and it's almost as if we went into a bit of a slide. We lost a couple of players for injury, Lowry and Thompson probably being the most key ones at the time. But we went into a bit of a slide. It seems like the rest of the squad kind of just fell into that, I don't know what you'd call it, kind of just apathy, wasn't it? It's just kind of almost just couldn't give a monkey's eye. Just fell into a real sticky patch. But it's so unlikely. It's so rarely you see a whole team of players do it at once. I think it was partly down to the manager playing Ogilvie out of position, which kind of proved to be a bit of a. The fans proved to be right in the end, and Swanson has done well since he's come in, and Ogilvie, I think, returning to left back has been back to his consistent best.
So, no, Swanson's done nothing since Tottenham. What I read the other day.
Oh, okay.
Somebody commented that Swanson's gone missing since Tottenham.
Oh. I thought he was decent against Fleetwood. I thought he was all right second half against Exeter.
Yeah. What do you want from the guy? Hat trick?
Well, every week.
Yeah.
Every week. Well, the good news is that we are on deadline day and we have waited till the last minute to do any business whatsoever.
Yeah.
Which
Who
is
have we
great.
got, Mike? Who have we got?
Well, if you were to say, I wouldn't mind taking a Manchester United defender, you'd say, oh, hello, League One, Manchester United defender. Yes, please.
Yes, yeah.
And you'd think, who doesn't play regularly for Manchester United at the moment?
Maguire.
What would you take, Harry? Well, someone would take Harry Maguire, wouldn't they? Maybe Lindelöf. Might be available.
I'm sure you'd get some fuckwit saying they wouldn't take Maguire.
Maguire.
No shit. Yeah, you shit.
It was shit at this level.
Yeah.
It was shit at any level. No, we've got neither Lindelöf or Maguire. We have, in fact, got Bernard. Deshaun Bernard or Bernard. I don't know if it's Bernard or Bernard.
Yeah, I thought that. He would have been the next one.
That'd have been the next name.
On the list. Yeah. The
next name you'd have picked out.
What's he done then?
Tell about him? Well, I know nothing. He's a Manchester United defender. He's been on loan at Hull, I think, possibly.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Did I read correctly that he's played something like 600 appearances as a striker for some Man United youth team or something, and then is now a defender?
Okay. Possibly.
Is that right?
You might be wrong. I don't know.
So that's a cracking sign to start off with, isn't it?
Oh, I also did see that he has played in the Europa League, where he scored an own goal in his one appearance.
That's the other thing I read. Yeah.
So who knows?
I think
who knows?
He's got all the qualities.
Yeah. The only thing that concerns me about that, or the main thing that concerns me about that, is that Towler is how old? 20, and then we're bringing in, I assume, because he's a right-sided centre-back. So we're bringing in 21-year-old Deshaun Bernard, whichever you prefer. So that's a 21-year-old and a 20-year-old. We weren't particularly happy initially about having a 21-year-old goalkeeper. We've got how old Swanson? 21, 22, and then we've got a 20... I don't know. Actually, Ogilvie's about 48, I think, isn't he?
I think Ogilvie's one of those players that can look between sort of 20 and 50, can't he?
It could be anything, couldn't it? It could be at the beginning of his career. He could be coming towards the end. We do not know about Ogilvie. I think he's about 27-ish, I think. Yeah.
And you've got to think, don't forget, with Ogilvie, he's also got the other job that he does, which is the drummer in Biffy Clyro. So...
Of course. So he will be touring probably over the summer.
Exactly.
So he probably will want to finish maybe about April sort of time.
Yeah.
So we don't know. I don't know about Deshaun. Everybody on Twitter seems to be raving about Paddy Lane, who's joining us. Don't know whether they're raving because they've got a preset chant on the terrace.
I would have thought so. Yeah.
That seemed to be more exciting than the fact that we've got somebody to left-sided forward or both sides forward.
Yeah,
apparently.
Is it just that people know? I mean, we don't claim to know a lot about other teams in this league, but I think a lot of people that we read on Twitter, they either have an extensive knowledge of every other club in the Football League, or they talk complete bullshit.
Yeah.
Or they've seen one performance, because a lot of people are going, oh, yes, this guy's great, is blah, 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 blah. And you just think, well, he is coming from, where is it he's coming from?
He's coming from Fleetwood Town.
He's coming from, Fleetwood.
And we all know how good they looked the other night. So for them to be happy for him to leave.
Sort of how often are you watching these how often are you keeping tabs on this Denny Lane? Denny Lane. He was in Wings with Paul McCartney. Paddy Lane. Yeah. I actually didn't even say that as a joke. Paddy Lane. How often
the
you
thing
keep
is,
tabs on this guy to see what he's how do you know what sort of player he is? But
you could put a show reel together of anyone's best bits and they look amazing, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I reckon you can get someone from some Harvey Aardvark's highlights and make them look decent, can you? Yeah. If you put them all into a little 3-minute show reel, I'm sure it'd look amazing. But doesn't make you a good player. It does make you not. I don't know. It's difficult to say, isn't it? Unless you do see him. I think from what you just said there about some people are very knowledgeable, I think there are some people who do know kind of League One football, lower league football inside out. And I'm sure We won't knock those, but I think there's also a high percentage of people who just talk blokes.
Yeah, I think it's very rose tinted, isn't it? It's very yes, definitely. We got to get him.
Amazing.
I remember when he scored against us 3 years ago. Yeah.
But hopefully I'll be proven wrong, but it's usually by the end of Feb. Oh, what do we buy this Paddy Lane clown for?
Yeah.
Get him out. Dishonu.
Fuck off, Mousihno. Fuck off.
And then you've got the potential of this extra player his name, Brown is his name.
Well,
I forget his
first name. I can tell you, I have done a bit of research on Brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do actually know quite a lot about him. So I can actually comment, and because I saw the Pompey Exeter game a few weeks ago.
Just for the listeners and people who aren't watching, Dan is not currently looking to the side of his screen at all.
No,
No. He's not. No, he's not at all. So go on. Go on.
The reason I can tell you is because I saw the Pompey Exeter game at home 2 weeks ago, and Brown played in that. So I saw 90 minutes of him. So that's it. I've made up my mind.
Okay.
I know exactly what type of player.
Oh, was he the left winger?
No,
he wasn't. Was he? No,
I think he was more central. He was a good player. I thought they were both. I thought the Exeter forward line were good. So without jesting, he did actually seem like quite a good player. But that's
the way you said. Minutes. I thought they were both. I was thinking, who's they both? Those two Exeter players. I meant both the two forwards. The two forwards.
Yeah, the two forwards. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair dues. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, they were particularly first half. And obviously, start of the second half, they looked lively as well. Was he the one who went clean through against Macy?
Sure. Either or.
Yes, he may well have been. He may well have been. Okay, so those are the two names that are in the mix that we may well get. Usual negativity around on Twitter that we're not going to get either of them, but we'll see. We'll see. It is what it is. Rico Hackett seems to be going out to Lincoln, apparently, and obviously Michael Morrison has gone, and we've lost two loanees. I wouldn't be surprised if a sudden surprise loanee comes as well, another one, because we'll have space for one more loanee, won't we?
Well, I did see another Twitter comment, and from somebody who usually I can't remember which one it was, but he usually posts he's one of the more popular Pompey Twitter people, and he usually posts quite interesting stuff, and he said about that it's a shame. He was saying that with loan players coming in, we should be. I don't know whether you saw this comment, that why is it that loan players are sort of the ones that are making up the basis of our team when they should be coming in as extras? Yeah.
They should be completing the team rather than being the backbone, rather than being the spine. Yeah, I did see that actually. I did see that, and I do know who you mean posted that. And like you say, I think that person, he or she, generally does speak sense on the topic, don't they? So I agree. It's it's excuse me.
It's not that we getting these loan players in and building a team around them. It should be the other way, that they're
that they're coming in just to supplement areas of weakness rather than that said, have we got many who are actually the real rock? I wouldn't say we really have a spine of a team at the moment, do we?
No, I think
we've got the bare bones, as Harry would have said.
Yeah, I think you could quite easily take 6-7 out of that starting lineup and replace them, and you wouldn't be too disappointed. As harsh as it sounds.
Yeah, I agree. Still, the news is Newcastle 2, Southampton 1 in the Carabao Cup semi-final.
On negligence?
No, 3-1 on negligence.
Oh yeah,
negligence is
somebody
3-1.
actually said that to me once. What's that? What is it? What is it? It's negligence, isn't it? And I went, that's it.
On negligence. Yeah.
3-1 on negligence.
I love that. It's not even if where some people do it like specific and Pacific. They've not even replaced it with a similar word.
No.
They've just gone
full retard.
Full new word.
Yeah.
Okay, Barnsley at the weekend is who we've got. Barnsley play tomorrow night prior to playing us in the league, and then they play down at Fratton Park at the weekend. What's your thoughts on the Barnsley game, Dan?
Yeah, worrying.
Is that Fratton Park? Barnsley are only slightly better off than us in the form table. We're now up to a heavy 15th in the form table with our 7 points from 6 games. Still 3 defeats in there. Barnsley have 3 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses in their last 6.
Who's their best player? Who is it?
It's Barry Barnsley.
Neil Redfern.
Neil Redfern. Yeah. It is Neil Redfern. It is it's what's his name? Chucky Northerner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with, I reckon it's probably,
you don't know, that's fine.
James Hammond Norwood, I reckon. James Hammond Norwood, he's their number 9.
Is it James Norwood?
They call him James.
Oh, he's horrible.
HN. James HN.
If that's what I'm thinking of, yeah, he's horrible.
Yeah.
What do I think? I don't know. I think, is Morel will be back, won't he? So Morel will be back.
You know what their number 8 is called? I think it's Harry's younger brother. His name is Herbert Kane. Herbert? Who's called Herbert?
Jeez.
Herbert Kane. I've got to look up Herbert Kane, haven't I? 25-year-old. Oh, he looks a bit like Herbert.
Herbert Kane. I imagine that would be the real name of the Monopoly man. like the sort of quiz question that you'd what is the actual name of the Monopoly
of the character on Monopoly?
Yeah.
Who wears the top hat?
Kane. Yeah. Right. We're getting down. We're getting down bullshit territory, aren't we? So let's go back to the Barnsley game.
I like a bit of that.
I don't know.
In fact, I've realised who their star man is. 23 midfielder. William. This is a genuine name. William Mbongo Desire Hondermarck.
Oh, okay.
William Mbongo Desire Hondermarck. I might have pronounced that incorrectly. I'm pretty sure I've got the William correct.
Desire. Is it not Desire?
Could be Desire. Yes. Hondermarck. Mbongo. Yeah. He used to play for Norwich.
All right.
Anyway, yes, we are now going off piste. What do you think? I think we're going to win this weekend and feeling confident. Yeah, we are.
So what? So we've got Morel will be back. So it'll be Morel, Pack, and
then we'll have Paddy Lane. There will be a barber showing photographs.
Will be in for Curtis.
Yep.
Lane will be in for Curtis, you would have thought, wouldn't you?
Lane for Curtis, yes.
Unless he's going to stick Scarlett in.
Maybe, I don't know. And then if we get Brown, we'll... what do you reckon he'll do there?
Does Raggett
go 2 up top?
Well, does Brown, yeah. Maybe.
Does Raggett play? I think Raggett doesn't play.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're putting Deschamps Bernard in, is it Bernard or Bernard?
I haven't got a clue. I don't know. I prefer Bernard, I think, because it goes better with Deschamps.
Well, I think I would have thought completely the other way around. You can't be Deschamps and be Bernard, can you?
Well, I think it's got to be. He's Northern, isn't he? He's from Manchester, so it's got to be Bernard.
Yeah, okay. I just don't think you can be called Deschamps and then Bernard. Anyway.
Definitely can.
Yeah. So does Raggett? Does Raggett's?
I think Raggett's on the bench. Raggett's on the bench. I think
we are going with our 20-year-old and our 21-year-old, are we?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Or maybe they'll rest Towler, but I don't think so. I think he'll play. And I think we now have the look of building for next season, don't we? It's almost like, despite what they said about, we've got 20 odd games left to go, let's make a fight of this. They won't make a fight, but what they'll do is they'll every now and then they'll get another 3 points, edge us closer to the top 6, and then just will fade away a little bit, and then edge and fade away, just so we keep an interest, enough of an interest that we think going into the last game will be like, or if we beat. If we beat, I don't know who the last game is, but it was last season or the season before when we had to beat Accrington, we end up losing 1-0 at home. It's like, come on. So that's what I think will happen. I think we'll beat Barnsley at the weekend. We'll start flirting with the playoffs again, and then have a shocker in a week. We got Plymouth come up in a couple of weeks, as well, haven't we? So that's when we'll see where we're really at.
Okay. Well, I don't think we'll beat Barnsley, so there you go.
You're thinking that Hondermarck is going to get off.
Well, I am now,
Barnsley, aren't you?
Yeah.
Let's play. Guess the nationality of William Mbongo Desire Hondermarck. He's 23 years old. Plays for Barnsley on loan, I believe, from Norwich. What nationality would you say?
English.
6 foot. He's
English.
He's from the Republic of Ireland.
Oh.
Good old Irish name is William Mbongo Desire Hondermarck. I would have thought Dutch or something. Yeah. So that pretty much wraps up our Pompey episode, Dan.
Yep.
It was pretty much like the performance away at Peterborough, wasn't it?
Lackluster.
It started badly. It didn't get any better for quite a while.
Yeah.
And by the time anyone cared about it, we had a little bit of excitement at the end.
Yeah.
But by that time, nobody was watching.
Yeah.
So, for those who are still watching, like and subscribe. Contact us at eatmygoal22@gmail.com. You can tweet us at eatmygoal22, and you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/eatmygoal22. We'll have a similar one next week. Hopefully, we'll have some new players in. We'll have Denny, we'll have Brown, we'll have Deshaun, and maybe we'll have another sneaky little, I don't know,
surprise.
Arsenal under 21 over the line or something. I don't know. One of Swanson's mates.
We should have checked whilst let's see if anything's happened. Yeah, let's just see. Welcome to Pompey, Paddy Lane. Paddy Lane's in.
Paddy Lane's in, is he? Paddy Lane, that's official. This won't come out until well after the deadline has passed, but we're saying it first.
Yeah.
Paddy Lane is in.
Nothing else.
Oh, yes. On his Wikipedia page that I was looking at earlier, it actually says plays for League One club Portsmouth.
Oh. Some strange things going on with that Jevani Brown, isn't there? Because they keep taking tweets down.
Yeah. What was the tweet that he said that they took down?
I don't know, because they took it down.
Oh, well, according to Wikipedia, which obviously is easily manipulated, he's a professional footballer who plays as a forward for club Portsmouth FC.
Who? Jevani Brown.
Jevani Brown.
Yeah, but that's
Jason Brown, JJ Brown.
You could also put that he's also a part-time dustman and once played in.
So there you go, folks. You heard it here first. Not only is Jevani Brown a player for Portsmouth FC, he's also a dustman who plays in, what was the last part of that I talked over you rudely?
Played
baseball. Played bass for Pope.
Yeah, baseball. Fucking edit it.
Right, let's wrap this up. Thank you very much, Dan. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Paddy Lane.